You got motherfuckers that'll watch everything that Mile High Minute does, try to do the same thing, but then turn around and say they don't like what you're doing, and don't like you because you ain't this or you ain't that. They don't.
Mile High Minute, #1 podcast in the universe. We live. We in Denver, Colorado, with the legend man from West Denver, ATAK. What's the word?
What's good, man?
Shout out to sponsor today's video, 3N Water. Make sure you go get that hydration
That
for the go
water. 3N Water.
Hell yeah.
It's the real one. Yeah.
All right, man. So this is our first interview. I want to dive into your background story, let the people know who ATAK is. So, originally from Illinois, correct?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, I was born in Peoria. I lived all around Illinois, South Side, Rockford, Peoria. Yeah.
What is Peoria like?
Oh man, Peoria's the trenches for real.
Yeah.
Peoria's the trenches.
Is it like similar to Chicago, or it's a lot?
As far as like politics, gang shit, yeah.
Just in general, like.
Oh yeah, it's just way more like country. Mm-hmm. You know, it's country all around there. Peoria, man, it's cool. Yeah. Chicago's cool. It's kind of like the same though. You know, the feel as being young in either one of the neighborhoods or projects was the same. You know what I mean? Yeah. So same like that. Now I'm sure if I go back it'd be different. You know, but I ain't been back to Chicago in a while, and I went to Peoria like this summer. Shit looked the same as it did when I left, bro. To be honest, it's bad over there.
Did you ever like live in Chicago as well, or mostly just Peoria?
Yep, Chicago, and that's why I said in the South Side.
Oh, okay. You lived on the South Side?
Yeah.
What, I guess, neighborhoods on the South Side? Like Inglewood, or?
No, I lived in Chicago, right by the Cook County Jail.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, in the South Side. Like, it's kind of like Southwest right there.
Yeah.
It's like Michigan Ave, shit like that's over there.
Oh, Michigan. Okay. Okay, so yeah, grew up originally in Illinois. Is that like where your parents were from too?
Yeah.
Okay.
My mom's from LA. My dad is from Illinois, from what I know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, yeah. And then I go to LA a lot in the summer as a kid.
Yeah.
My mom's came out here with her new dude, so I'd be back and forth, you know, from here to there. And then finally I just, you know, my dad bounced out, so I didn't really, you know, have no reason to be back, so I just pretty much stood here.
Okay. So you said your dad bounced out when you moved to Colorado?
Yeah.
Or before?
No, it was kind of like I would go, you know, I'd go back and forth, you know what I mean? And then he just like disappeared and shit, so, you know what I mean? And then I just pretty much just stood here. Because I didn't really, you know, even when I would go out there, it wasn't like we was cool. You know what I mean? So it ain't no loss really now that I look back at it. You know, and then, you know, but I've been in Colorado long enough. You know what I'm saying? If nobody don't like it, then say I ain't from Denver.
Right.
You know how that go.
When I posted your interview on TikTok, a lot of people were like, you were getting a lot of support, but then you see he's not from Denver.
Yeah.
but we'll get into that a little later. So, moved out into Denver. Were you like strictly on the west side, or when you first moved down here, where'd you live?
I lived all over the place. The west side, we lived like 2nd and Knox. I lived in Englewood. But mostly all my time out here was a little bit in Englewood. And then mostly in the west side, bro, between Colfax in Sheridan, the Federal, Sun Valley projects, from basically Colfax and Sheridan, the Federal to Alameda, you know, between Barnum and Villa Park, pretty much is where I've always lived. You know what I mean? Little bit, like I said, in Inglewood, a couple years, but yeah, for the most part.
Okay.
Yeah.
What high schools or schools did you go to?
I went to a bunch of schools, man. I was getting kicked out of schools a lot. But I went to West, I went to Inglewood. They kicked me out of there. I went to I went to Littleton High School for like shit, couple semesters maybe.
Yeah.
Got in trouble over there.
At Littleton?
Yeah. Pretty much all that right there. I never really went to school. It was pretty much down that old corridor right there. Because I lived in Inglewood off like, kind of by that hospital over there.
Okay.
So,
like near Hampton?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And then, I finally, when I, was in Montview, I did some time in Montview, and then I started getting my GD. And then when I came back, I went to Colorado's Finest. It was what are them schools called, bro? Those alternative schools.
Okay.
Yeah, and then that didn't work out. So I went to all kinds of schools, bro. So
did you end up getting your GED then?
yeah, I finally got it. Yeah.
Okay. And then, what was life like before, like the rap? You know what I'm saying? Were you playing sports or anything like that growing up as well?
Oh yeah, I played football and box when I was a kid. That was like mandatory. You know what I mean? So I never would play no basketball on no team. And then I wouldn't get picked on that team, but you know, like football and boxing for sure. And then, but music as a kid, I was already into it when I was, you know, playing football and shit.
Yeah.
But I never played no high school.
Okay.
I never played none of that. Like, school really wasn't for me, bro. Like, every school I went to, I got kicked out of. I had a problem with authority.
Right.
So
people telling you, like, what to do and stuff?
Yeah, I had a problem with that. You know, so it really wasn't for me, you know. And I didn't have no parents that was gonna, nah, you know, you're gonna do what I tell you.
Right.
Like, I'm gonna be with my kids, they're gonna do what I say. And then when they're old enough, they can do whatever they want. But they're gonna graduate, you know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
they're gonna do their thing. And they did, so, you know, that's what it is.
That's dope.
You know, I wasn't gonna, you know, but yeah, I went to a bunch of different schools. Gilliam, Montview, Lookout, you know, like all the bullshit.
Okay. So you said, like, you got into music at an early age. Who were you listening to or, like, growing up, like, really messing with?
Man, bro. I mean, there's been so many artists that I liked, bro, that kind of like got me into rapping.
Yeah.
But like, as far as like old school when I was a kid, I say NWA and Eazy-E, you know, Cool G Rap, Rakim, and then more when I got to be a teenager, like Master P, bro.
Yeah, Master P.
Master P's what really made me know that I could be a rapper. You know what I'm saying? Because Master P was really on that hustling shit. You know, he was speaking the kind of language that I like. You know what I mean? And I was like, yeah, this is it right here. Like the Ice Cream Man and, you know, all the True albums and all that. I was like, yeah, this is it, because he wasn't the best rapper, bro, but he was definitely the best hustler. You know what I mean? I don't consider myself to be the best rapper.
Right.
You know, so, but I am one of the best hustlers for sure. So, that's what made me want to like really start rapping. So I really started like taking it serious when like Master P and them was coming out, because you know I like Tupac and I like Biggie and I liked all that, you know what I mean, but they didn't influence me, you know. They didn't give me that
it was a different like style.
Yeah, you know. And before that, you know, I'd still freestyle, and I mean I've been freestyling since we were kids, you know what I mean. Like, that's what we did.
Right.
And so we'd be freestyling and rapping, and you know, the teachers would, I'm talking like grade school, teachers tell us, you know, write a poem. We'd write raps. You know what I mean? So that's just what we did. But for something like that, it was definitely, you know, Tupac's and that was cool. But you know, I liked when all that was coming out. I really dug Jay-Z more because he was more of that, you know, on that hustling shit.
Yeah, and even on my way over here, I was listening to, I think it was Living Right. It was a mix of that, the Jay-Z.
Yeah, the Dead President, I think was the same.
It was like a remix of that. Was, so I could see that influence. So you come out, would you say like you were listening to Master P and stuff a lot around the same time you were in Denver, or was that before you came here?
No, yeah, it was when I was here.
Okay.
Yeah. So
what was like your introduction to the Colorado hip hop scene, or like the Denver rap scene?
Man, Cutting Crew, Kid G, you know, Pure Devotion. I don't know if you know them dudes. So Kid G, he's one of them, and then Cutting Crew was their crew. You know, that's when I was like, yeah, these dudes are dope. That Federal song was hard. You know, shout out Kid G, that's my man. And that was hard. You know, and I wanted to do that. But, you know, they had their own thing going on. And I ain't just like, I'm not the type that's just going to try to jump on someone's shit.
Right.
You know, and then family of my family pretty much had some equipment. And we just started doing our own thing with El Wapo and Big Rob and Charlie Chisel. And we was on 10th and Knox. We just started doing our own thing.
So you got into the, like, actually producing and making music pretty quickly when you got out here? Would you say?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I was, like I said, bro, I've been out here for a long time. You know what I mean? Like, since I was young, like 10. You know what I mean? Maybe 11. But it was back and forth. I've been here steady since a teenager, bro. So, I mean, I didn't come here and just get into music. You know what I mean? Like, I'd already been here when I got into the music shit.
Right, okay.
But I just never, like, that's what, you know, when I seen Kid G and them, because they was kind of blowing up. You know what I mean? Like, to me, they're the ones out here. You know, like if someone asked me, yo, who they, man, Kid G and Pure Devotion and goddamn Cutting Crew, they're the ones. You know, everybody before us paves a little bit in that street.
Right.
You know what I mean? In that lane to get out. So,
Facts.
They're the ones who was really bulldozing the lane, the street that all of us are in right now. You know, so, and then, you know, Deuce Mob came, and then you had like fools like Night Nitty, you know what I mean? And you had these fools that were really paving this lane up out of Colorado music. You know, and then the Arapaho Trues, and everyone had like their little, you know. And then when a lot of them started quit making music, I mean, some of them still do. I'm not saying all that.
Right.
But I know I came, you know, in and started really pushing because my thing from the jump was not focusing on Colorado. And this is back in 2002 when I dropped my first shit. I said, I don't really care if I get rid of any of these CDs in Colorado. As soon as my CDs came in, I was out the city, bro. As soon as they came in, only people that got them here were the DJs that were hating, and then my peoples. You know, the people that are around me all got a CD, and then me and the rest of us and the homies would take off, and we'd be out of here. That was my thinking from the jump.
That's real.
You know what I mean? Because I already seen like Pure Devotion and Cutting Crew and them. They were already like getting out of state gigs and shit. You know what I mean? So I seen that happening. But I'm talking about for myself, like putting it down. Like, and I think I really started pushing that road up out of here far. Because now I still do it. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like,
I mean, you're working with a lot of the hottest people from Atlanta.
Yeah, you know, so in Atlanta's the hub, bro. You know what I mean? So if you could say, oh, well, I'm known in Fort Collins, Pueblo, Colorado Springs, and Denver, they know my name's ringing bells. Well, that's cool, you know. But I bet you can't go on the Blue Flame and say you're from Denver, and I bet you know ATAK. Right. You know what I'm saying? You know ATAK. I bet you can go out there, and if people, I know for sure that there's a lot of cities like that where I go. Because if I go to a city, I don't go on vacations, bro. I go on work. So if every city I touch down in, you can ask my mans, I go straight to the booty club, bro. Straight to the booty club. And this is back when we used to have CDs, and I go in the booty club and start handing out CDs to all the strippers, all the doormen, all the DJs. And I do that, and it wouldn't matter if I just paid $500 in gas and been driving around. It wasn't about making money back. It was about here. You're going to know ATAK's name in this city. Right. You know what I mean? You want to know how the temperature of the city is? Go to the Script Club. That's going to tell you everything you need to know about the city. What the women look like, what the vibe is, and what the DJs is doing. You know what I mean? Yeah. Go to the Strip Club. But that's what I've always done, bro. And I think, and then I see other people that have kind of seen some things that I've done and went off and tried to contact them people, which is fine with me. I mean, I don't hate on that, bro. Right. Do what you do. You know what I mean? Good. Hopefully the people that I mess with and got them some business, someone behind me will give them some same business because they did good business with me. You know what I mean? Or they wouldn't know I messed with them. So, I think that everyone, came before you, laid it down. So the vets to me was who I mentioned. If I miss someone, I miss someone. Whatever. Everyone gets in their feelings if you miss their name. But, but what else you got?
No, you're good. So that was a good answer to the question. Now when you look at the scene, and I know, like you said, you kind of back and forth, you tapped in really deep in Atlanta with the music and stuff. How much has the Colorado rap scene grown since you first started?
Oh, man, huge. I swear to God, the artists that I hear now in Colorado are way doper than the artists that I used to hear out of Colorado. Straight up. We used to call them Frisbees. Me and my man Score, they be like, oh, we do shows and everyone be giving us their CDs. And we go in the car, that's why we call them Frisbees. And everyone gets a chance. Yeah. We'll put you in the CD player. You got about 30 seconds to not become a Frisbee on the highway. And we become another Frisbee. Whoop, put another one in another Frisbee. It was kind of bad, bro. Yeah. It was kind of bad. It was like, I don't know. It just wasn't good. I see a lot of artists right now that I really think are pretty dope, bro. Yeah. And I think a lot of that has to do with it's cheap now for these artists. Back in these days, you had to pay out your ass for studio time. It wasn't none of the Pro Tools and shit. Right. You had to actually know how to push buttons. You had to really know what a tempo was and tap in. You know what I mean? That's crazy. So you had to know and had to have a big budget to have a studio. So I think that's helped because now anyone can work on it. Sometimes the best artist ain't the one with the most money. You know what I mean? So I think there's a lot of good, dope artists out here, man, for real. I see, especially I've been turned on for a lot of them from you, because I think a lot of Denver people, just in general, not just in music, focus more on Facebook. Oh yeah, social media is taking. Yeah, social media, but I think more people in Denver really focus on Facebook and not Twitter and Instagram. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I don't really be on Facebook like that, so I miss a lot of stuff that goes on Facebook. You know what I mean? So, but I have seen but if I see you post a video or someone else post a video, I'm just like a Frisbee. Like I said, I'm gonna give everyone the first 30 seconds. Right. You know what I mean? And I think there's a lot of good talent out here, for sure.
Nah, when you brought up the Facebook, man, that is facts. Like, and I'll be talking to people still to this day, and they be like, you know, everyone in Colorado, the rap scenes, and they just stuck on Facebook. But, you know, Instagram, Twitter, and all that, I feel like there's a lot of money to be made on those platforms. And you even see out of state, like, I know it's a lot of Chicago rappers that are huge on Twitter.
Yeah.
Go to Atlanta, Instagram, I mean, at least from my perspective.
Yeah.
You know, so, like, it's an interesting subject. We still trying to get more people taking the other social media platforms, too. Now you got TikTok and all the
I'm not really on the TikToks and the Snapchats. And, man, I don't know. Like, I don't like social media.
Yeah.
If I wasn't an artist, I wouldn't even have it.
Facts.
Swear to God, because it's just like, man, you gotta be, it's toxic for sure. It's like, man, you know, if you're trying to have a relationship or you're trying to do anything, social media ain't the place for it, bro. Like I don't understand how people when they in relationship even be posting pictures of them and their girl, man.
Right. Yeah.
It's like nobody needs to know. You know what I'm saying? Like everyone, you just need to know me as ATAK. And I do music. That's what I got Facebook for. Besides that, and I'd like to talk shit about Sierra's bitch, Russell. And I like to get, cause man, bro.
Nah, you ain't lying, man. It's crazy, man. I always say the same shit. Like if I wasn't doing my hobby, I wouldn't even be on social media. But it's like,
for what?
That's how you push the business. So
you gotta have it.
But
you know, it is what it is. Some people they don't even. You know, they act like because they got you on Facebook, they can start calling you on messengers like, hey, bro.
Right.
You know, what the hell? You know, every time I hear that weird-ass ringer, I'm like, somebody's, who's tripping today, bro? Because don't call me with that weird ringer. You know what I'm saying? Like, or like if a homeboy sends me a DM on Facebook, like first thing I'm going to text back, like, bro, your account get hacked?
Right.
What the fuck is you sending me a fucking DM for, bro?
Me, yeah,
I know you got my number, bro. That shit, man. Yeah, but
okay. So, when it comes to like your beginnings within the rap, and like, I know you bring up the CDs and stuff. Obviously, back in like 2002, social media wasn't a thing. So, what was it like as a whole? You know, I know you've kind of touched on a couple things, but like as a whole, just really like getting into making music and like really pushing your brand at the beginning. Like how expensive was it? You know what I'm saying? Like go in detail about the studio sessions and just
like real like detail. Like if I was gonna like kind of detail if I was gonna drop right now back then.
Yeah, like say you're to drop, get prepared for an album drop or something, or even a single video. Like what would that be?
There
like
wasn't no. Ain't no way. I would have been able to afford a video back then, bro. You're talking, I don't even know, 30, 40 grand probably to shoot a video back then, bro. Because, you know what I mean? Like, you wouldn't even know where to start to shoot a video. But, what I would do is, I'll probably spend, I'll just give you a number, because I don't remember exactly, you know, how much everything cost back then, but I'd say I'd start with about 10,000 flyers, probably 2,000 posters. What I always order, like 5,000 CDs. First run would be 5,000 CDs. But back then, they were all store ready. So back then, you would have to get them shrink wrapped. You'd have to buy the barcode, you know, the whole nine. So you'd have to get them like that. And I think per 1,000 back there, don't quote me on this, but I think per 1,000 back then was like $5 grand maybe. Might have been about $5 grand per 1,000. They was over
1,000 CDs. Yeah,
maybe something like that. Maybe $3 grand, but it was, you know, they were some dollars per CD. And then, you know, so, you know, you'd probably be in just getting. Man, probably just getting your posters and mastering back then, bro. Woo! Mastering would knock you over the head. So you'd have to send it to get mastered. There was nobody that was mastering.
Like
yeah. So
and stuff like
yeah,
that.
so you would send it to get mastered. It'd take 2-3 months to come back, and they would charge you a lot, bro. Like, I think my first album I might have paid to get mastered was probably about $3,000.
Yeah.
So $3,000 to master, 5 or so for the CDs. That's 8. The posters and the promo shit and the T-shirts, because we was doing T-shirts way back then.
Yeah.
Before I even had the ATAK stamp logo, we would just print the album cover on the T-shirt.
Real quick side note, I was at the gym one day and I seen someone with your shirt that had your logo on it.
Oh yeah,
the ATAK logo. I was like, he sounds familiar. I think I recognize that somewhere. This was like a couple years ago.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
So yeah, and so like the ATAK stamp, when I got that logo, that's what I wanted it to be, was a stamp. Because if it had the stamp, it was the real one.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? It wasn't that boo-boo. It was the real one. So I made it the stamp. But yeah, it was, so we was about, what I say we was, so we was 3, 5, that was 8. And then the promo and T-shirts was probably, we'll say another $3,000. So you was 11 bands in, and ain't no one even fucking heard your music, bro. Only people that knew that it was coming was the people in the hood that knew you was in the studio.
Right.
You know what I mean? And so, you know, you're 11 grand in. Plus, when I dropped my first one, I put Rappin' Forte on there, so paid for Rappin' Forte just to have a name on it. You know, because back in the days, everyone would look at the cover of your shit, be like, oh, it's featuring, and it was a big thing to put your features on the cover. Right. You know what I mean? Right. So I just wanted a name on there, really. We did a couple songs with Rappin' Forte back then at the White House in the studio. And then I took one of them songs and I put it. So, you know, we was maybe a little more than 11 grand in. And then you had to get it out there.
Right.
And that's where I came into my vision of, do I want to push it to all these people that know I'm already rapping and try to prove to them that I'm actually doing this?
Right.
Or do I just want to go up out of here and just pull up like we started in Pueblo, stuff like that, on the way out of town? Because we always went south. We didn't, I don't know what goes on in Wyoming, but I don't want to go up there.
Yeah.
So we went south towards Texas, you know, and New Mexico and all that, Arizona. So Pueblo was like the first stop. You know, oh, you're from Denver? Yep.
Yeah. Check
this out. And we was getting love. We went to La Junta. We went to Rocky Ford. We went to Pueblo, Colorado Springs. And I, mind you, bro, before this, I ain't never been to none of these places in Colorado, bro. Yeah. At all. And then we went to New Mexico and Santa Fe, you know what I mean? And that was my vision for it, bro. Like let's get out of here. You know what I mean? Like, what are we doing this for?
Right.
You know, that's something I think, yeah, I think that's something that everybody should ask themselves. Like, what am I doing this for? Because that's one thing I do see now is you see a lot of people that just want to, you know, they're just doing it just to look cool. Right, like, they just want to, and I ain't like that, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't doing this to look cool. Like, when I'm really,
love and passion.
Yeah, like, I do this because I really do love it. Not only do I love it, I think if someone really takes the time and listens to a whole project from me, they're going to be like, damn, this dude really was talking. You know, you can tell it's just not some blind shit I'm just throwing at the wall. You know what I mean? Like I'm really talking about shit. You know, like, so, and it's always been like that. So people could say, like, Colorado don't have a sound.
Oh, I hate that shit.
I beg to differ, homie. Yeah. Because I've been doing this same sound for 20 years, bro. Right. And everywhere I go, they're like, where are you from? Right. You know what I mean?
Because you don't sound like
and it's dope. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're like, where are you from? Denver? What? Where's Denver? You know what I mean? California? Like,
you got cows out there and shit.
Yeah, you know, and then we'd have to tell, yeah, they think it's way going, oh, the Broncos, John Elway, yeah, that Denver. Well, what other Denver did you think I was from, you know? But so I think Denver does have a sound. You know what I mean? Like, for sure.
What is the sound like to you, if you could describe it?
I consider Denver the Midwest, bro. I really don't know what it is on the map.
Right.
But to me, I consider it the Midwest. It's not the coast.
Right, we're too far.
Yeah, it's not the Southwest. It's too fucking cold. I mean, the Southwest is Phoenix. You know what I'm saying? Like, this ain't the South fucking West. Like, when I look on the map, I know when I drive up out of this bitch, I take I-70 east, and I go straight, I think, but I go through all these fucking cities that are considered the Midwest, and I didn't go nowhere south or nowhere fucking north. I went straight across the country, and these are all considered the Midwest. So I think we're the Midwest. I don't think we're the Southwest. I think we're the Midwest.
Right.
So I think it's a Midwest sound. I hear a lot of new artists that have kind of like a Detroit, and I can't even say a Detroit flow, bro. You know what I'm saying? Just more of the production, you know, because that Detroit music be fast, bro. You know, fast tempos. You know what I mean? And so I don't think so, bro. Like, I really think when all the time when I do something, I say, you know, when I listen to old Outkast, East Point, or I'm driving down Old Nat, or I'm going to the Greenbrier Mall, you know, I listen to old Outkast, and when I look out the window, I can kind of feel what I'm listening to.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I look out the window and I'll be like, yeah, that's the vibe. You know what I'm saying? Like, when I'm on Headland in Delow, I look and I'm like, I can see where this came from, bro. Like, I can feel where that came from. When I go to New York, and I've been in New York a lot, I go into New York and I go into different boroughs, you can feel where that came from. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, people in Brooklyn are different than people in Harlem. You know, they'll tell you that too. The Bronx is different. You know what I'm saying? So, when I go to Chicago, being from Chicago, like, it was no surprise to me that drill music is, you know, they come say, you know, is from Chicago. You know what I'm saying? Back when I lived in Chicago, foods was about that business. Chicago's been about that business. You know, anyone from Chicago talks like me. That's how most people think I'm from Chicago. We're loud. You know what I mean? Like, we just get, you know, we get turned real quick. You know what I mean? And then, so back to my point, that's how I make my music, bro. When you look at that's why when, like, all my videos, every one of my videos is shot where I lived, not actually my house, but right in my neighborhood. And I like to, when I tell them to catch B-roll, I'll tell them, like, hey, bro, catch that bottle on the ground right there. You know what I'm saying?
I'm seeing it, too, in the background. I'm like, that shit hard.
Yeah, you know, like, so, like, that's what I try to catch, bro. So I feel like that's how I want to make my sound. When motherfucker drives down Federal Boulevard, and if ATAK song is playing, they can listen to that shit and be like, damn,
this is what he's talking about.
This feels like it's from here. Yeah. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter where my producers is from.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, I like, honestly, my dream is to work with DJ Premier. You know what I mean? So that could happen. I'll be happy as hell. Yeah. You know, but I'm not gonna get a beat from like, say I work with Shorty Fresh. I ain't gonna get Shorty Fresh beat and then try to sound like I'm you know, from Atlanta, bro. Right. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna do that. And I've been doing that, and I've stuck with that for a long time. And I've always been one to speak out on that too. You know what I mean? Like if someone comes to me with something, I'm gonna give it, like I said, the Frisbee test. But if I put it in and you sound exactly like this dude is sounding,
right,
I probably ain't gonna listen to nothing else you ever try to get me, bro. Just to be honest, you know, just because if I wanted to listen to Lil Durk, King Von, I'd have put Lil Durk, King Von on. Right. You know what I mean? Like, if I wanted to listen to 2 Chainz, I'd have put 2 Chainz on. If I wanted to hear YG or what are them little young dudes over there in the West Coast, the Mafia dudes, Shore Mafia.
Oh, Shoreline Mafia.
Yeah, the Shoreline Mafia. I listened to them. I wanted to hear someone from Detroit, I listened to them. Doesn't mean you can't get a fast tempo beat with a sample like Detroit uses. Yeah. You know what I mean? And represent and put it down how you flow. You know what I mean? Like, everybody wanted to sound like Lil Wayne.
Oh, yeah. Thanks.
You know, like...
Thanks.
So, you know, I think everyone gets influenced, but you got to be more creative and, like, you know, look in the mirror and drive around your neighborhood. You know, if you're from Colorado, you ain't seen a bando for 20 years, bro. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. Price of goddamn real estate, they done gentrified the whole state. You can't... I mean, you got to drive way the hell out in the middle of a cornfield down there to see an abandoned crib now.
Right. And even if it is out here in Denver, it's still going to be, you know,
the only reason why that's abandoned right now is because they're trying to buy up the whole block.
Right, yeah.
Give it a year and there's going to be an apartment complex on that block.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, ain't nobody trapping in that motherfucker. If you're from Colorado, you know the days of being on the corner way gone. You know what I'm saying? You better not be doing that in Denver, boy. You know what I'm saying? You're going to jail.
It's hard.
You know, especially since the gentrification, bro. Like, man, you know, there's so many different people that came to the neighborhood and gentrified it. And they're trying to make it like whatever they moved here from. Right. And it's, you know, that's one thing horrible about the city that I just can't stand no more. Denver's gone. The new Denver ain't it. It ain't it for me.
What are some of the differences outside of like the regular gentrification and stuff like that?
Oh, the whole city, bro.
Yeah.
The whole city, like from mom and pop shops to, you know, family owned restaurants. Like, you see all the diners went out of business.
Oh yeah.
Like,
they
man,
put Chases there instead of the Denver diners.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, the whole city, bro. Like, like I remember, bro, when I was like, that's why I like Denver, bro. When I came here, first of all, it was cleaner. You know what I'm saying? It was cleaner and it was real cool, and you could move around. You know what I mean? I didn't understand why it was so small though. Like, goddamn, you go from the Sun Valley Projects and walk 20 minutes, and they'd be like, "Oh, brother, you know, we're in the north side now. We gotta watch out." I'm like, "What? Right. We just walked 4 blocks. What the hell happened? We just left the whole neighborhood in 4 blocks." You know what I mean? But you know, I loved it, bro. Like, Federal would be dope, man. People would be outside chilling, Cinco de Mayo chilling. Yeah, it had its bullshit, but man, people be outside on Federal with kegs and partying and like back when, you know, in the early days, bro, when I was a teenager getting into nightclubs, bro, you had like places like Foxy's. Like, these nightclubs were just dope, man. Like, real hip-hop nightclubs, man. You have Foxy's and Baja Beach Club and all these spots, bro. They were dope. You know, DJ Clue would come through and DJ and shit. You know what I mean? Like, it was just dope. And I think, and then we had Carmelo Anthony over here, bro. You know, and I think he did a lot for the city, at least bringing some, you know, making the culture known.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, actually feeding into the culture that was here, you know, because he was into the lowriders and shit and working at lowrider shops and had barber shop. Like, he was feeding into actual Denver culture. Right. And then he left, and then the gentrification took over, and now we really ain't even got like a what do you call it? Like our everything that was here is gone, bro. Yeah. You know what I mean? It was gone. Like, we still got the Broncos, and we suck. You know, like,
the expectations were high as hell.
Oh man, it's gonna be. Doesn't matter. Like, Russ better get it together, man.
No, Facts. Okay.
Sean, what was the name?
I don't know. We call it Blue Flame.
So, we're talking about, you know, the Colorado culture, what happened with a lot of the, what do they call it, the fucking gentrification. Do you think a lot of that started coming when the weed got legalized? Or what do you think kind of changed and made that happen?
I don't know what, man. Definitely the weed fucked everything up, man. That shit fucked. I didn't like it, bro. I still really don't like it. If it's gonna be legal here, man, make this shit legal everywhere. You know, like it ain't hurting nobody. If you could sell somebody plastic bottles of vodka, then you could definitely sell somebody a joint, bro. You know what I mean? Like, goddamn, like these fools is out here drinking straight rubbing alcohol and winos and shit. You know what I mean? You don't see the people who smoking out there. You know what I mean? So that's what I think. If it's gonna be legal somewhere, they should just make it legal everywhere and get on with it. But I think that really did it because that just brought a lot of people like at once. Right. It was already gentrifying, but when the weed came, it brought. So it might have been a mixture of people coming here at first, gentrifying the shit. Yeah. But when the weed came, it brought a bunch of Subarus. You know what I mean? Right. You know what I'm talking about? All of a sudden, all you seen was Subarus on the street. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm like, what the fuck happened here? And then you got bike lanes and shit. I'm like, what the fuck? It's just a big ass Boulder. And I lived in Denver for a long time, and I never even went to Boulder. You know what I mean? And all of a sudden, because everyone said don't go to Boulder, so I never went to Boulder. Right. And then, you know, Denver's just one big ass Boulder now, man. Like people, you got these motherfuckers out here tearing down parks to build a dog park. What the fuck? Yeah. We ain't got no PAL no more. We ain't got no more PAL in the city of Denver for these kids to play sports, bro. Right. Like
PAL. What do you mean by that?
The PAL League.
Oh, okay.
The Police Athletic League.
Okay.
That's who everyone played for when they was young here in the city of Denver. You know, so the PAL Athletic League, that's gone. They ain't even there no more. The building's closed. Damn. You know, there's an abandoned building. Damn. You know what I'm saying right there. And that's fucked up. But there's plenty of dog parks. Right. Like your dog can't shit in the backyard. You know, like your dog needs friends. Right. The fuck. You know, like, what about these kids and ain't got nowhere to go? Right. You know, like, you wonder why these kids is all popping pills and shooting pistols blind because they ain't got nowhere to go. Right. They ain't got no, like, the price of everything took out all the boxing gyms. There used to be a gang of boxing gyms on the west side, bro. All them shit is gone. PAL's gone. They ain't got no football, no more baseball, no, you know what I mean? So, what do they got? So not everybody's parent can afford to drive them 20 minutes to football practice 3-4 times a week. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like some might be able to make that happen, but most can't. You know, so that shit's gone, bro. And nobody seems to give a fuck. But they're the first ones to cry when something happens on their street. Right. Oh my God. Yeah. You know, so and so something happened down. Yeah. What the fuck? That dude should have been playing for the Cardinals, or you know what I'm saying. Instead, right. He ain't got that. He ain't got a dad. He ain't got no football coach. What does he got? He's got a bunch of dope fiend rappers telling him it's cool to pop perks. Right. You know what I'm saying? He got a bunch of dope fiend rappers telling him to drink syrup. These little fucking kids don't even know where to get no real drink. All they're taking is fake shit. Fentanyl and all this bullshit, you know what I mean? Yeah. Like, you know, so that's what's fucked up, man. Like, they done fucked this city up, that weed shit. Right. And I really think that's what happened is everyone was kind of moving here and gentrifying because it's a beautiful place. Right. But then that weed happened, it brought a bunch of Subarus, bro. That's what I call a bunch of Subies. I remember when Plugg came out here the first time, he goes, God damn, bro. Yeah. This is a motherfucker. What'd he say? He said, something like, he said, pickle shots and Subies out in this motherfucker. Because we went downtown, bro, and we went to some street downtown. And they had some fucking place we went into. I don't know what the hell. They had a bunch of shots of pickles and pickle shots or something. I was like, you gonna
like Market Street or something.
It's something down there in that weird ass whole area. And there was like, man, you want a pickle shot? What the fuck? Hell no, I don't want no pickle shot. At first I was like, what the fuck is a pickle shot? And then I see this big old thing sitting on, it's got a bunch of pickles floating in it, and the shit's green. And I'm like, fuck no, I don't want that shit. Plugg's a tourist, so Plugg's like, hell yeah, I want a pickle shot. And he about threw up all over the bar, bro, and he drinks vodka. He was about threw her. He was like, what the fuck is this shit? And he's like, fucking Denver's weird, man. And then it was like April or something. It was warm. Then the next day it started snowing. And he was like, what the fuck is going on here? And yeah, it was, but that's what we got now. But the same place we was down there drinking pickle shots 10 years ago would have had probably 2 or 3 hip hop clubs. Right. You know what I'm saying? And then it would have been dope, I'm not the type of guy you're gonna catch me in the bar where they're serving pickle shots, bro. Like, show me where the Hennessy and the booty is.
Yeah. Okay. So, I kind of want to go back into one of the points you were making. Earlier in the interview, you brought up you didn't really have a father figure, right?
Yeah. No, I didn't.
And then you kind of brought it full circle, talking about how that kind of affects kids coming up. You know what I'm saying? They don't have as many options, and they're led into like the streets and stuff like that. How do you feel like that kind of molded you? You know what I'm saying? Not necessarily having a father figure and like getting into the streets, and like what are some things I guess you've seen from the streets that you grew and like made you into the man you are today?
And that's like 1,000 questions, that one.
My bad.
Nah, we good. We good, bro. So, this is what I'll say. I'll just get down to it. So, when I was young, bro, I thought having a dad was just like I never understood. You know what I'm saying? So, that shit hurt. You know what I mean? And I remember being a young-ass kid saying, if I ever fucking have kids, like, I ain't going nowhere. So whoever has kids with me is lucking out, because they're going to have a baby dad that's going to ride it out for real. You know what I'm saying? Because ain't nothing under this God's green earth is going to keep me from being a dad, bro. You feel me? So that molded me right there, bro. And when it comes to not having a father, see, my mom's is 5'2", bro. Native drinks a lot, you know what I'm saying? She couldn't whoop me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm out here putting fools on their backs, getting in fights all the time. You know what I'm saying? And what's she gonna whoop me? Right. Like, I think if I think in a household, I think the mother should be the nurturing one. Right. Clean your knees off when you scrape your knees. Make you some food, make you feel like real, like that you got that cushion. You know what I'm saying? On the other hand, a dad needs to be that one that stands there. No matter what you do, he's going to stand there. He's going to put it down. You know what I mean? So I think when a kid don't have that, there's 2 things that can happen. He's going to turn into a sissy, or he's going to be just too hard. And ain't no way in hell I was going to become no sissy, bud. So, and my mom wouldn't have been having that anyways. My mom was with it. I remember, if there's anything that got took from me when I was a kid, my mom was like, you better bring that shit right back here. Oh, there's 15 of them, mom. I don't give a shit. There's 20 of them. Better bring that bike back. I don't know who got my bike. You better go out there and find out. You know what I mean? So, but I think that right there, bro, is the biggest thing that a kid needs, bro. It needs that
balance.
Yeah, you know what I mean? You can't be a man if you don't take care of your kids, bro. So I think that goes right into the street shit, bro. So if I know nobody I love is gonna fuck me up for this, or even really be really disappointed to the point where I know that they're so disappointed that it hurts. Because that's another thing that'll teach a kid. You don't really got to always whoop their ass. Sometimes they need an ass whooping. But I think sometimes just letting the kid know that you're disappointed in that will teach them just as much as an ass whooping. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But when you have a mom that drinks and really don't give a fuck, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's really no consequence. You know what I mean? And if you really ain't home as a kid, you really don't care if you're in and out of no juvenile shit. You know what I mean? It really don't fucking matter. You know, nothing matters. And so, I think that right there, not having a father, it doesn't matter where you're from, I think you're always going to find kids without fathers, no matter where you're at, what background, ethnicity, whatever it is, are always going to be, you know, a little more edgy. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But you got to break that cycle, bro. You know what I mean? And I know I broke that cycle, and I know there's no way in hell my son would ever leave his kids, bro. You know what I'm saying? So, that I think right there, bro. If you can't, you need that balance, bro. Everyone needs to step the fuck up and be a dad or a mom. You know what I mean? If you're that weak that you'll let your addictions take you away from being a fucking father or a mother, man, what? And that's what I hate to see too, bro. What I hate to see too, bro, is you know this motherfucker, like, you got a problem, you got an addiction, you know, you're addicted, you're an alcoholic, whatever, and they still having fucking kids, bro. Like, the fuck is wrong with you, man?
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, that shit drives me fucking nuts, bro. You know, back to the football shit. You got a lot of those. But now you ain't even got football coaches, bro. In the places that need them the most. You know what I'm saying? You can go to Jefferson County, got one. Arapahoe County got it. Adams County got youth sports. Denver County, we ain't got it no more. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And on my football team that I coached, there was a lot of kids that really didn't have, you know, fathers, or maybe if they did, they wasn't involved like that.
Right.
You know, so being there and being able to kind of be that void was priceless, bro.
Yeah.
Priceless. I remember I had a big show in Atlanta, bro, and my kids was about to play like a playoff game or something. I said, fuck that show. I'll get more shows. I'm being a coach. You know what I mean? So, like, that shit's priceless. That shit's priceless. And I think motherfuckers need to step the fuck up. You know, if you got a problem, man, quit having fucking kids, man.
Right. Okay. I feel like we've dove a lot into the background, so I kind of want to jump into some of your newest releases and the music and stuff like that. But first, I wanted to bring up probably like the first video I seen where I caught on to you.
Alright.
Was the West Side video with you had DA Dub, you had like the Buyers Hood.
Mm-hmm.
You had, it seemed like 3 or 4 different hoods from the West Side coming together.
Yeah, there was like, so, I forget how that even came out. It was DA Dub and Devin, no?
King Devious.
Yeah, Devious.
Phil B, Score Dog.
Yeah, so I think it was Devin or Devious and DA Dub put it together, and they just hit me and Score up. You know, Score's like my brother, bro. So yeah. he had hit me and Score up, and asked us to do the track. So they did it. You know what I mean? They wanted and they had like the video all planned out. So yeah, it was cool. Like, I think it really shined a light on the West Side for sure, because you had basically a lot of the West Side was in that video. Yeah. You know what I mean? So other people were promoting it, and it did its thing. You know what I mean? I think everyone on the track represented, you know what I mean? And it was a cool one. You know, I think it got a lot of looks for a lot of different people.
Yeah, it did, like, well, as it stands today, almost 200,000 views.
Yeah.
How did that video come together? Because I feel like that's it's dope to see. You know what I'm saying? You always hear about the drama and the beefs and the different things from the different neighborhoods, and you know, I know that those stuff is probably hard to like come together sometimes, but like when you see that video, like, you know what I'm saying, you can't help but like respect that, you know what I'm saying? So how did that video come together, and like, you know, how did the West Side take in, how did everyone feel about it, I guess?
Well, like I said, D.A. put all that together. Like, he had his vision of where he wanted all of us to shoot, you know what I mean, like in our specific sections, you know what I mean? So, like, he shot everyone's...
He shot the video too? Dub,
or? Yeah, him and his homie did.
Okay.
Yeah, him and his homie did, and they went and like set up on everyone's section, I guess, and it just made a day and came out and did it. You know what I mean? Like, I don't even think I heard the whole song until the video came out. I didn't know who was on it. I knew Devious was on it, of course.
Yeah.
And I knew D.A. was on it. And then he told me that he wanted me and Score on it. And then Phil B was on there. You know what I mean? And it came out dope, bro. You know what I mean? Like, people really liked it. You know what I'm saying? I know I got some backlash for representing, you know, and giving a shout out to my Northside homies. You know, I had a couple people, oh, bro, this supposed to be our song, and you're, man, come on, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, well, if you don't like my verse, fast forward through it, bro. Because I got love for my Northside homies, bro. I got love for my people in the West Woods, bro.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't like it, don't listen to my shit. You know, that's what I tell them. But I got a little backlash from that. You know, and then you're going to have the haters and, you know, but, you know, I think, what can you hate on, bro? You know, like you said, it was a good look, bro. It was a good look for the West Side of Denver. And, you know, I think it's probably everyone on that song's one of their most popular songs for sure, bro.
Right.
Because anytime you get that many artists together that all do their part in it, you're gonna get 200,000 views. I don't care if it's a dope song or not, bro. Or maybe 100,000, but you know, being a cool track, you know, because it had a nice reach on it too. You know what I'm saying? Right. So I think that was good. It was good for sure, because, you know, maybe people don't know me, but they knew Devious, or people didn't know Phil B, but knew me, or something. You know what I'm saying? And then everyone's people started listening to it, bro. And then, you know, you got your people are listening to it, my people's listening to it. The numbers are gonna go up, bro. And you know, and everyone was cool with each other when they shot that video, bro. There would have been no problem if we was all together at that time, bro, for sure.
Do you think that could happen to this day?
I hope it could.
Even if it's not necessarily the West Side, but like any area of Denver.
Any neighborhood?
Yeah.
I mean, it should.
Right.
I mean, bro, like, I got into music and stood into music to keep me out of the fucking streets, bro. Anyone that knows me knows I was one of the worst, bro. Straight up. So, if people is just getting into music to be street, you're fucking doing it backwards, bro.
Right. It's supposed to be a pathway.
Yeah, a pathway, an opportunity. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, if you can't find motherfuckers to say, oh, you don't like me because, you know, my boy beat you up in middle school. Now we got smoke for life because you couldn't take an ass whooping, bro. Or we got smoke for life because I might have fucking put a thumb in your bitch's booty. Like, the fuck out of here, bro. First of all, me personally, in my era, I hope never, like, we ain't fighting over what a bitch says.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We ain't fighting over no pussy, bro. We keep it play over here, so. And I see a lot of that shit now, bro. Like, how did this fucking beef start between these dudes? You know, hearing shit in the barbershops, the street. Oh, it started because I'm like, what? Like, damn, bro. fools couldn't just line them up at the park or something, bro.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, fools gotta start losing this shit, bro, for real. Like, it's crazy, bro. But if they can't do that, then what the fuck you making music for, bro? For what? So you can be the dude in that's dead or in jail. You know, either way, it's a life sentence.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So you're gonna be the dopest dude that has 2 videos, 3 videos on YouTube. And don't nobody give a fuck about your shit as soon as you quit dropping music, bro.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? So, and ain't none of these bitches, and ain't none of them, you know what I'm saying? These fools ain't gonna, you know, come through. Like, I talked to my brother's doing 20 years, bro. That's who was calling me when we started this interview. That's probably the first time that I ain't answered his fucking phone call. Because we were doing an interview. You know what I'm saying? So if these dudes can't get that together, bro, man, you ain't got no future music anyway. Not from Denver. It's not like you're from Atlanta or LA where, you know, your uncle might have went to school with so and so that has a connect at Capitol and you're about to go up through there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So you ain't no one hit wonders coming out of Denver. So we ain't got no hits coming out of Denver. I mean, we got plenty hits. We just ain't got the resources to put them hits in the right place. Soon as someone actually goes up through there and they start listening, you asked earlier, did Denver have good talent? I promise you, I'll put Denver, the nicest out here, the nicest ones that are dropping out here, and put them against any other state, bro. I think we eat them, bro.
It's a creative city.
Yeah, fuck yeah. You know what I'm saying? And I think so. I think it could happen right now, but it's gonna have someone's gonna have to be like, look, bro. Like, someone's gonna have to be the man and pull up their motherfucking panties and be like, hey, bro, it's all good. Cause I mean, look, like Nitty just did. What was that? A couple years ago, he did Eat This Beat. And I'll be honest with you, I probably don't fuck with 80% of the motherfuckers that were in that shit. And wasn't no problems, bro. You know what I'm saying? And he had rapper gang. I don't know if you ever heard about that thing he did.
I'm not, no.
But he did. Look, you can look it up. It's called Eat the Beat or something, like Nitty did it. And he basically had like 5 teams that he picked. And basically was like, I know Midas was my team coach. It was me, Midas, Toon, and damn, what's shorty name? She's dope too, bro. My favorite female artist, bro.
From here?
From Aurora. Damn, bro, I'm so bad with news. Nah, she's older than Nay. Nay's dope too. What's her name, bro? I don't know. I hope you don't hate me for that, bro. I'm so bad. And I'm gonna think of it as soon as we're done. Okay. But
I'm sorry.
Jesus. Kukwe. Oh yeah, so it was Midas was the captain. It was me, Toon, and Kukwe. And it was like five groups, each had a captain of 5 people. And basically he give you the beat and you had like 5 minutes to make a song with your group. And then as soon as the 5 minutes was done, the fucking engineer said stop, boop, and that was it. So he had a competition who could make the dopest song in 5 minutes on the same beat. You know what I mean? So it was pretty cool. And there was no drama, and there's really foods that I didn't fuck with. You know what I'm saying? Or probably would never fuck with. And we all kind of got along, bro, and it was cool. You know what I mean? But that's what I'm saying. You gotta have one motherfucker to come in like Night Nitty's and OG. You know what I'm saying? And be like, hey, this is what I want to do. You want to be a part of it? And if you say yes, then you act accordingly to that, bro. That's what these fools need to understand. As soon as the OG or whoever's putting the song, if they did another song like Westside, comes to be like, look, bro, I want to do this for the turf, and you say yes, you act accordingly, bro. You can't look at yourself. You got to look at, if you're a rapper, bro, you got to look at yourself like, I'm not ATAK. Like, he's ATAK. My kids is ATAK. My homies is ATAK. ATAK's a business, bro. I'm just the face of that motherfucker. Right. So that artist needs to stand up and be like, I said yes, and I'm gonna go into this and I'm gonna handle it like it's business. Right? You go in, you handle it like it's business, bro. You sitting there, you see someone you don't really like, hey, you can holler at me later. But we're here on business, bro, and I'm gonna conduct myself in that manner until you come at me a different way. You know what I mean? So no one can say, oh, this dude ATAK does bad business. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm gonna keep it 100 business. So that's what needs to happen. If these fools can do it, man, there'll be some dope shit, because there's some dope ass young artists, bro.
No, facts.
There's some dope ass young artists out there.
Yeah. No, when I seen that, I was like, I had to do my research, you know what I'm saying? And that shit was dope. So, getting into some of your more recent music now. You just dropped a project, which I just put on the top 10.
Nightmare.
So you dropped Nightmare. When did that come out? I know it came out this past year, but
May. Yeah, it was like the end of May, I think it was.
What was like the process behind that tape? What was the meaning and like the story and everything behind it?
Well, the process was just DJ Plugg was like, hey, we need to do a whole project where he produces all the beats. You know what I'm saying? And so that was the process of it. It wasn't really nothing, you know what I mean? Like, he produces all the beats and I fucking write the music, you know what I'm saying? So, and me and Plugg been working together for a while, and I think that shit was hard, bro. You know what I mean? Like, you know, it's kind of though when you have only the same producer on it, you know, like there's a lot of other songs that I was making in that time that I think would have really fit in that album and kind of made it even a little better.
Right.
You know, I like the album. Personally, I think it's a good project. But I think if I could add a little bit of flav here and there from different producers, you know, would have just made it just a little better. But for me personally, I think it was a good project because Plugg's real versatile and he does a real good job of making beats where you be like, damn, that's Plugg. That doesn't sound nothing like Lil Uzi shit. You know what I'm saying? And or that doesn't sound like Future shit. Like, you know, damn, Plugg he's doing all a whole different kind of beat. And it's not like them beats suck, bro. There's some hard ass beats on that album. At least, you know, from my opinion. But that was the process of it, though. You know, in the same process, though, like writing it. You know, I don't write my hooks. Any beat. You know, Plugg probably gave me 200 beats for that album altogether, bro. He was just sending me packs and packs and packs. Yeah. So any song that I do, like I don't write the hooks. You can ask my engineer Pierre. You know what I mean? Straight up, like if I hear a beat, it's got to be like within the first minute or two, bro. A hook comes in my brain, or else the beat's gone. We go to the next one.
How did you end up connecting with
Plugg? I met Plugg through this dude in Atlanta. Over there, he used to print CDs for me and do some street promotion, and you know, he used to be that guy for the flyers and everything in Atlanta. And he hooked us up and shit. Yeah, and then like he was in the West Side. He's from the West Side out there, so we already had that connection, and we was in the West Side out there. You know what I mean? And then, because no matter where you go, bro, you know, I always go to the West Side when I move to a different city. You know what I'm saying? So it's still the same politics, bro. You throw up the West, me too. There's already a connection right there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So that's kind of smart, because then you'll actually make them they'll automatically want to tap into the music that much more. You know?
Yeah, you know, and you know, so not only that, just on a personal level. You know what I mean? Like, you throw up the West too. They throw it up the same way we do out here. It ain't for West Coast. This is for West Side. So, you know, and that's where they know me out there, bro. You know, so they might not know me too much in Decatur, but I guarantee they know me off Bankhead, Metropolitan, and, you know, shit like that, the West End.
What made you want to tap into Atlanta And like, didn't move out there, I suppose, right?
Yeah. Well, we've been out there since 08, right? 08, 09? 07.
Oh, you moved out there too?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So, we went out for a MTV show and fucked that shit up.
Wait, what? You were gonna be on a show or like?
They were doing
It was a showcase.
Yeah,
Oh,
it was like a showcase that they were doing. So and it was like a competition. And it was MTV and Def Jam were having like this big. It was a cool thing. And then it went down and we almost won that bitch. And my homie and the people who did one came down between us and them was my homie Lex the Mayor, and he's the one who won. And now we're really good friends, bro.
Yeah, I've heard of him.
So me and Lex the Mayor are fucking good ass friends, and that's what took me out there. And then I remember when we was performing at Club Crucial way back with Greg Street and shit. I remember everyone was kind of like, they're like, bro, how they gonna take to our music, bro? You know what I'm saying? So we was thinking, how could we do it? Because usually when I perform and it's a crowd that maybe doesn't know me too much, we'll put in a mix, but we'll have like a beat from some other song that's a famous song.
Right.
And when we was gonna go on the Club Crucial, we was doing the mix, and I remember we was thinking, should we use Rubber Band Man, you know, like these Atlanta classics, and I was like, fuck it, we use like a Wu-Tang beat, like Cream or something we mixed in. I was like, fuck it, you know what I mean? Before we performed, this is the first time we performed over there. Before that, I about fucking got in a fight in the bathroom, so I was already turned up. And then they called us up the stage, and I swear to God, that fucking Wu-Tang beat came on, bro. I started rocking, and I'm telling you, bro, Club Crucial went crazy, homie.
They all looked
crazy. Travis Porter, all these dudes in there. It was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
That shit went nuts, bro. Greg Street stopped, bro, and just stood on the stage, dude. Straight up was watching, bro. The whole shit went crazy, dog. And we was rocking out to a Wu-Tang beat, and then went right into an ATAK original song. It was just the same tempo. We just mixed it like a DJ would. Boom. Went into the regular ass ATAK shit. And them motherfuckers was on it. And ever since then, bro, we go to Club Crucial. The front door dude be like, "Oh, what up, big Cubanos? The Cubanos are in here and shit." Yeah. You know what I mean? And so that we was kind of like, how they gonna take to it? And shit, bro, we just started going out there and doing our thing. And it doesn't matter where it's at, bro. You go out, you know, and you represent for who you are and where you're from. And real recognize real. As long as you got the real rocking with you, who cares about the other motherfuckers? Man, fuck them.
Damn, that's some real shit. I don't know why I never thought about it like that.
You know what I'm saying? So after that, bro, it was just like cool. And then, like, straight up, bro, I'll be in the holes in Atlanta, bro. Like the holes, like ain't no tourist and shit in there. Maybe the only place I'd be like that is the Blue Flame. You won't catch me in on them other junks. And I'll be in the holes, bro, and shit, bro, I'm cool. Like, I love it out there, bro. That's my second home for real. And like everyone showed me love. I got some really good friends out there. You know what I mean? And like, it's all business, bro.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? Like the DJs, bro. I can go to a DJ that's in Decatur. Like, yo, bro, you know, introduce myself. How can I get you to break my record?
Yeah.
And they will straight talk to you. They don't do that here, bro. I don't give a fuck whose feelings get hurt. They do not do that here. I've been speaking out about this shit for a long time. I even was dissing KS 107.5 long time ago. It's still on YouTube. And you can hear me.
KS 107?
Yeah, I was dissing on their ass, bro. I've been speaking on this shit for a long time, bro. These, you know, they ain't doing that like that, you know, because one person is, okay, that's cool. You know what I'm saying? I don't understand why, you know, my job is to go and give you something to play. You know what I'm saying? My job is to bring you the right tempo. There's no reason why a DJ can't break your record as long as it has that vibe. Now, if the vibe ain't there, it ain't there, bro.
Right.
I get that. Doesn't mean because an artist brings a DJ one record and it ain't got the vibe, for the rest of that artist's life now he's shut out.
Right.
You know, that's how it works out here, bro. Like, fuck that. Or as long as he's from this side and he dick rides with this little okay, yeah, bring the record. We got you. We ain't gonna fuck with him over there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Not even on no business shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, pay the motherfucker whatever you gotta do here, bro. You just let me know. I ain't even, you know, we ain't gotta be friends, nothing. As long as we're doing good business, I don't see how we can't coexist. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And that's how they do it out there, bro. And people's feelings got hurt because I said this on a different interview.
On the,
you know what I'm saying? But
Dirty Glove.
It does not happen like that out here, bro. And that's what it is. You know, I don't know. You know, anyone, there's a lot of different kinds of DJs. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate every spin I get. You know, and I pay. After I pay somebody to do something, I expect them to do it. And at the same time, it's not up to me. Like, we did business, I paid you to do it. It's not up to me for every single time something comes up, I push that. You know what I'm saying? So, like, after we do business, it's not up to me to be like, oh yeah, don't forget about this dude. You know, it's not like he was my right hand. It wasn't like he motherfucker's my right hand man, my crutch coming up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, pay the dude to do some business. We're good. There should be, you know what I'm saying? It should be cool. But see, like, they need to just set all that shit down. Artists come with dope music, come with a budget. If I'm wrong, maybe this shit changes it. Maybe these DJs might look and be like, you know, maybe it is like that. Let me give these guys a little bit more, you know. Because I don't care. I'm not talking about internet radio and shit like, you know what I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about club DJs.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Stuff that is actually in your face. Radio DJs, club DJs, you know, XM radio, you know, shit that is like, is right there. Even college radio station DJs. You know, internet radio's cool. I get it. You know, people listen to that shit too. But I'm talking about, I want someone to call me and be like, dog, I just heard your record in the... That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, that's what I'm talking... That's what I'm getting at here. I'm not talking about no other shit. I'm talking about them ones. You know what I'm saying? I know DJ Sci-Fi will play some records. I know DJ Soundz. I've heard him play some records. You know what I'm saying? Back in the day, Dizzy D would play records. Bro, like shit like that is what I'm talking about. We need all the DJs like that to just rock with us. I think, bro, like, that's who we need, bro. The artists need to rock with them. The artists need to rock with the DJs. The DJs need to rock with the artists. So, and it doesn't mean you gotta be best fucking friends. It doesn't mean that, you know, I gotta be cool with your homie. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't mean that, you know, I might have fucking smashed the bitch 10 years ago and it happens to be your new fucking girlfriend. Who gives a fuck, bro? Right. Keep it business. So, you know, just keep it like that, bro. And then you know, and then it's easy to break a record. Like we were talking earlier about songs that I heard that knew were gonna break. It's because the DJs did the things with it, bro. Break a record, man. Play that shit in the beginning of the night one time real quick. You're only playing the first hook and the first verse anyway.
Right.
You know what I mean? Play that shit real quick when people are getting warmed up in the club, setting the vibe. You know, it's got to be the right tempo, got to be the right vibe. That's our job to do that. Their job is to spin the motherfucker. So, one time in the beginning of the night, play it. You know, people will rock to it like that. You know, they ain't drunk yet. Next night, you know, later on the same night, boom, you bring that shit back in. They ain't just thinking. They don't know if it's a motherfucker from right next door or someone they went to fucking high school with. They have no fucking clue. All they knew is that shit was in their head. It might have been a catchy hook, was in their head in the beginning of the night, and then they heard it a second time, and it hit different. Next thing you know, motherfuckers is in there. grooving to that same jump. Everyone's got their phone out. They're taking selfies with their hoes. And bro, then now, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Pay a DJ to do that, bro. Fuck, that's how you break a fucking record. That's how you break an artist. You know, the thing is, bro, these DJs have their artists that they love. But what if it's my song or your song that can really break through? Does it fucking matter? It don't fucking matter whose fucking song. You just gotta break the fucking ice. Gotta break the ceiling off this bitch one day. So it don't matter. If the DJ, you know, the vibes there is good, boom, play the fucking record, bro. Break that shit. Get it in people's ears. And then when they start grooving to it and you see them really getting into it and it's working, let me bring that back.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Stop that motherfucker. This is a new record from so-and-so, Denver's on. Boom, play that motherfucker again. Won't bring it back another 30 seconds, bro. Skip that bitch 3 times as soon as you start seeing motherfuckers take to it. Boom, that's how you break a record, bro. I've seen so many shits get broke, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've gone into fucking the Blue Flame and heard my song run for 5 minutes straight, bro. The first people are like, who's this? Next thing you know, DJ's like, hold the fuck up. Won't brings that shit back. At the end of the 3rd time, bro, motherfuckers are throwing money and bitches are naked on the stage. Perfect. You know what I'm saying? And that DJ knows when my shit's playing, I'm coming with the big heavy ones. We're gonna fucking make it. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna make a scene in here. Cause you know, bro, like, you know, you're showing love. That's how they get. Motherfucker, oh man, you should have seen DJ so-and-so the other night. He had that bitch turn.
Right.
He didn't, the motherfucker that just said that did not know that I was the artist. The fucking song was getting played. It looked turned, yeah, because I just threw a bunch of fucking ones in the air. And the DJ's getting that props, bro. Oh, he had that shit turning there. The bitches were dropping it. Fools was throwing money.
Yeah.
Boom. Oh shit, this DJ's the man. Let's go rock at his club. Man, come on, bro. This shit goes full circle. And these fools just ain't feeling that, bro.
Right.
You know, so that's what I'm on right there.
Okay. To kind of wrap it up, I wanted to talk about a recent Colorado topic too. How'd you feel about the Deion Sanders hire at CU?
Oh man, CU needed.
They needed that, yeah.
CU needed, man. Fuck that. Boulder needed that shit, bro. Man, you know how. Man, Boulder, from what I know, is full of a bunch of racist hippie motherfuckers, bro. Straight up. I don't know if it's still like that, but all I heard was, don't go to fucking Boulder, bro. You know what I'm saying? So, like, motherfuckers that tell you not to go to certain places in different cities, bro. Don't drive over there, you're going to jail. Boulder was one of them fucking places, bro. I mean, CU was known to be one of the had all kinds of racist complaints through the years, bro. So for Deion Sanders to go to Boulder is exactly what the fuck needed to happen, bro. Straight up. Need to open up some culture out there, bro. Not even there, it's close to Denver, it's for all of us. On the football side, oh man, this shit's over with, bro. CU's about to be a motherfucking destination, bro.
No, thanks.
But on some real shit, man, Deion Sanders about ready to turn that city up, bro. And them people that for all them years, you know, thought, oh, this is Boulder, you know. Don't drop your cigarette on the mall up there, whatever that mall street is.
Pearl Street?
Yeah, don't drop your cigarette butt on this, you're getting a fine. Oh yeah, well, prime time's there now. Too bad it ain't, I bet he ain't old school prime time. You know what I'm saying? But he's still prime time, bro.
Right.
So I've seen some shit. He had a video, bro. Shout out to Prime, dude. He went into some cafe they told him to go to. They didn't have no grits. And he was like, what the fuck? He's like, nah, we need to change that up. Y'all need to get some grits in here. You know what I mean? Like he said, I'm Southern boy. You know, we ain't eating hash brown. We need some grits. That's the first sign right there, bro. This shit's about to change, bro. Good shit.
Yeah.
You know, and then you got the haters again.
Right.
Hating on Prime. Oh, he should have done this. He said that, man. Just let that man do his thing, bro.
Right.
Let him do his thing. He's doing good things for, I mean, that's gonna be good, bro. He's gonna bring a lot of kids a lot of recruits and shit. But I know also he's gonna bring a lot of kids that might not like be high recruits, but be a little edgy that other universities wouldn't take on, and he'll take them and he'll make them fucking stars, bro.
Right.
So it's good all the way around, bro. Shit, CU is winning, bro, and I can't wait to see. Like, I know the change is gonna be huge, bro. Just in the city up there, it's gonna be big.
If they can make a college football playoff, because they're about to expand it to 12 teams too over the next coming years, that would be dope. I don't think it's gonna happen like next year. If they win like 6 to 8 games, I think that's success because they just won one. But after that, if they can start contending for real for like some championships,
man, I think, bro, watch. I wouldn't doubt, bro. Next year, it ain't gonna look like they might as well change the uniforms, bro.
Thanks.
Straight up, because it ain't gonna look nothing like that bullshit that they been having. Right. You know what I'm saying? My son trained with this dude Matt McChesney.
Oh yeah, yeah. He trains all of the.
Yeah, that dude that's the guy right there, bro. Shout out 6-0, man. If anybody got kids that need training in football, that's the guy. But man, he's so he's so dedicated to CU. Man, could you imagine being dedicated like he is to CU with the bullshit they've been doing?
Right.
He's fucking feeding a pipeline straight into the NCAA, bro. For all these other fucking schools, but his own fucking college. I mean, yeah, they took some, but you see people go through 6-0 to Stanford and Michigan and Ohio and the NFL. I mean, he's putting kids in big ass schools that CU passed on, bro. And then they're going to these big ass schools becoming stars. Now, bro, if they can get half their fucking defense and offensive line from 6-0, bro, they're about to fucking shit on some motherfuckers, bro. I mean, this shit gonna be serious. I wouldn't be surprised if they hit the playoffs within the next 3 years, bro.
Right.
Straight up. I wouldn't be surprised if they come and just tear some shit up next year.
No,
because from what I heard, a bunch of them lame ass kids that was up there on scholarship, they transferred or lost their shit. And I've heard a lot of kids coming in, they were super recruits and went straight to the fucking portal when they heard Prime was at CU, bro. So
that was a Power 5, so people were gonna be like, oh, okay.
Yeah, so that was a blessing, bro.
You can already tell how much of an impact it's already had. But to wrap up the interview, what's next for ATAK, and then let them know where to find you and all that good stuff on the socials and what to stream, all that.
Okay, so at the Real ATAK 1 on all the socials, Real ATAK 1. I love 3 a.m. Water is the real one. Got a new project coming out called Stronger Than My Demons, January 23rd. And I'm super proud of this project. I love it. I love all my projects, but I just like it. This one got an edge to it. It's just hard. So I got that coming.
You got some visuals with it too?
Yeah, we're gonna be putting that together. So big bag with VL decks on there.
Yeah, okay.
And then the one I just dropped, Stronger Than My Demons, that one's the title track. It don't really sound like the rest of the project, but I love the song, so I just put it as the title track, the last track on there. But then I got one with Shorty Lowe's on there, but I got dude Sway G producing on there. I got my man Bobby Critical producing on there. Got DJ Plugg producing on there. I got Sean on the beat producing on there. Oh man, it's gonna be hard. It's a hard project for sure. January 23rd. And the videos are gonna keep coming, man. Like, shooting videos ain't one of my favorite parts of this, but it's part of the game. So, I do it, and I like to stay consistent dropping the videos. But I got a lot of good songs on this that I'm gonna be wanting to put some videos together for sure.
Hell yeah. All right, man. This has been a legendary interview. I appreciate you for coming on the show.
Oh yeah, I appreciate you, bro. And that's another thing, bro. Like, you know, people gonna hate. Like, this is for my mans right here, Mile High Minute, bro. A lot of motherfuckers be hating because you came up and you did it your way. A lot of people been trying to do what you're doing right now for a minute, but you came up, you did it your way, you did it on your own budget, you built your own platform, and now you got half these motherfuckers that don't like you. Oh, he didn't do this, or he, you know. I don't even read the comments, bro. So,
Facts.
I don't really know. I learned that from getting on World Star.
Yeah.
I was like ready to fight, bro. And they're like, why you even reading the comments, bro? All it is trolls.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm the type of motherfucker who, like, people that know, people I don't like know I don't like them. There's people that I just don't fuck with. Doesn't mean I don't like them. And then the people that I love know that I love them. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got motherfuckers that'll watch everything that Mile High Minute does, try to do the same thing, but then turn around and say they don't like what you're doing. And don't like you because you ain't this or you ain't that, or they don't think you got the credentials to. Man, fuck that. If you're rocking with the street dudes, streets fucking love you. You know what I'm saying? If you're rocking with the motherfuckers that play basketball, there's gonna be people in the NBA that fuck with you. You know what I'm saying? So you're doing your thing, bro, and I'm happy that, because you are the biggest platform out of Colorado.
I appreciate that.
And seeing your numbers says it, because when you have more people tapping in different cities than you do your own city, you're doing something fucking right. So when people start talking about, oh, he's not the best blogger, or I'm not the best rapper in Denver, it's okay, man. I could post my map anytime y'all want and see where my plays is coming. We can see whose map is darker. You know what I'm saying? We can do that anytime we want, and I know you can do it too. So, you know, keep putting out the list, keep doing the Mile High Minute shit, because you're giving a lot of people a chance to look inside of Denver rappers and really actually see, like, damn, these fools are actually artists.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like the 100 Pack Savvy. Like, I really started hearing his music, bro, and it's pretty dope, bro. Straight up. And like, I watched some of that interview. I didn't get all the way through it yet, but I'm like, he's giving motherfuckers a chance that might not even want to listen to their music, that'll still watch your shit. So the opportunity you're giving the artists, you're getting people to actually see them as a person. So it's gonna make a regular fan, like a regular person, not anyone that's in the streets, be like, oh shit, I like what he said. And you know, you're turning people on to, like, a lot of artists here, bro. So, like, fuck them, man. Let them hate on you, and you keep doing your thing, and hopefully we get that award show going, bro. That shit'll be dope, man. And I think you're definitely give it a, you know, I don't want to put it could be tomorrow, it could be 2 years, could be 10 years, but I think you're gonna be up there with, like, the No Jumper and the Dirty Gloves and all the rest of them, bro, because your reach is outside of the state. Don't matter what's going on here with you. So, you know, the numbers speak for themselves. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So, I like, keep doing what you're doing, bro, and whatever I could do on my, like I told you before, bro, you know, I got you. And whatever I could do on my end, if you say, hey, bro, you know, can you reach out to this artist or see if anyone knows this? You know, I'll do whatever I can to reach out. You know what I'm saying? And just keep building. You know what I'm saying?
I appreciate that.
So shout out Mile High Minute. Shout out 3 a.m. Water. It's the real one.
Hell yeah. Hydration for the go-getters.
Oh, man. You can't believe I feel like I could go hit the treadmill right now.
Hell yeah, man.
But shout out, man. Let's go. You know, Denver needs to be up through there already.
Nice.
I fucking hope it happens soon, man.
Yeah.
So I think we got the talent, and everyone just keep pushing, man. Put that street shit to the side and push for the city, man, and use this shit as a way out.
That's real, man.
You know, we got to break the ceiling. We talk about crabs in the bucket. We got to at least get the motherfucking lid off the bucket first.
Right.
Like, let's get that done, then we can worry about crabs in the goddamn bucket. We still got a lid on our bucket.
Right.
The fuck, we're still trying to pull each other down. We just can't even get up through the fucking roof yet. What the fuck we even doing out here?
Yeah.
That's one of the reasons why I moved away from this motherfucker, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like we're over here fighting and shit. We can't even see the fucking. We still got a roof on. What the fuck? Like the ceiling, and this is like a. It ain't a big bucket. It's like a 5-gallon bucket we're in. Like we got a long way to go. So we did, you know, so we can worry about the crabs in the bucket when we get the roof off this motherfucker. So I hope we do that shit. You know what I mean?
I appreciate that, man. That means a lot. And I'm just gonna keep doing my best, put on for the state, and like you said, keep networking outside of the state too.
Oh yeah, you got it, bro. You're trailblazing on that shit for sure.
Well, make sure y'all go follow ATAK on everything: Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube. All links will be in the description of this video. Make sure y'all hit that like button, comment down below who you want to see next in the Mile High Minute, and hit that subscribe button. Matter of fact, comment down below your favorite ATAK song. If you're this far in the interview, we appreciate y'all. Hit that subscribe button, hit that bell button to stay notified when all the latest news drops. Mile High Minute, #1 podcast in the universe. We out. Man, shout out the studio, man. Sydewayz Soundz. You need some engineering, you need some production, you need some studio time. Make sure y'all tap in with Sydewayz Soundz. I'll make sure to put the Instagram link in the description of this interview as well, man. Yeah.